to Food with the First Lady, where today we're doing spice, rice, and everything nice. We're going to start today with bread pudding. Now, bread pudding is usually known for somewhere around in the New Orleans area, the Cajun area. But around here, those of us thrifty women, bakers, housewives, like to use our old bread for something because we don't want to throw it away. So what are we going to use it for? We're going to make some bread pudding. Now this bread that I have today is bread that my daughter LuAnne makes, and this is what I call sweet sourdough. It kind of tastes like Hawaiian rolls that you would buy at the store, or Hawaiian bread that you would buy, because it has kind of a sweetness about it. And I think that it really makes the bread pudding taste really good. So the recipe that we have calls for 6 slices of bread. And now you can use any old loaf bread that you want. You could use anything as long as it's not like wheat bread with seeds and stuff wouldn't do too well, but any white bread you could use. But what I do when I make bread pudding is I use this. So 6 slices is what it calls for. So as far as this bread is concerned, that's going to be like half of this loaf. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this loaf in half. I'm just going to set this to the side over here. And then I'm going to cut 6 slices out of this bread. So what we're going to do, of course, if you have already sliced bread, if you have just any cheap bread that you have, you can make this. It will make up just fine. Of course, the taste will be a little bit different. I would not, as I said before, I wouldn't use wheat bread. I think that wheat bread I just don't think it'd be as good. Now, some people do use like homemade sourdough bread, which we'll show you some of that later. That's like maybe brioche or maybe a boule or an artisan loaf, anything like that. Thing made with yeast would work, but nothing with any kind of flavor or seeds or anything. I'm going to spray my dish here with some cooking spray, and we'll just go ahead and put our pieces of bread in here. Now I'm cutting these, I'm going to say maybe into 1-inch cubes. I have never cut them very small. Use this what I do. Of course, you could tear it. You don't have to just cut. It doesn't have to be in uniform pieces or anything like that. Just cut it, tear it, whatever. You could also use rolls. If you didn't have any bread, you had some old, a lot of times you invite people to your house and you serve bread, and everybody doesn't eat bread. And usually, almost every time, there's going to be some bread left over. And you don't even have to use the same. Let's suppose that I had a group of people over and I had a couple of rolls left over. And then I had a couple slices of bread over here left over. And then I had whatever. You could make up 6 slices worth out of buns or a hamburger bun. You could use a hamburger bun as long as it didn't have sesame seeds on it. If you use a hot dog bun, anything like that, really make it great. No rhyme or reason here. So there's my 6 slices. I've got some crumbs here, but that's okay. We're going to move this to the side. Okay, so you can see, here you go, here we go. Here's just plain bread. All right, now we're going to take, what we have here is 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Now this is not margarine. It's not, anything other than just real butter. So we've got 2 tablespoons and it is melted. So I'm just going to drizzle that over. That's not much. And you're going to say, that's not much, but it makes a difference. So there's our 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, then we're going to take a half a cup of raisins. Now some people don't like raisins. I do, so I put it in. That's what the recipe calls for. I have used craisins. They work just as well. For the people who do not like raisins, I have done apples. Or you could just leave it out altogether. Don't do apples, don't do raisins. Just leave it out altogether. All right, so that's my base. All right. So that is my bread, the melted butter, and the raisins. Okay. So now let's do the custard part. Okay, so to my bowl, I'm going to add 3 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and whip up those eggs before I add anything else, because I want to make sure they're good and whipped up. Not frothy, but just completely incorporated. To that, I'm going to add 3/4 a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of real vanilla. I don't believe in vanilla that's not real, so make sure it's real vanilla. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. I'm going to add my milk to this, but it's going to mix up better if I mix my cinnamon into the sugar before I add my milk. Okay, so now 2 cups of milk. This is whole milk. I've not tried it with skim or 2%. I know this is a lot of calories, but I just think that, well, obviously your pudding is going to be richer. And already, girls, guys, listen, you've got bread in here, sweet bread in here, and it's already got butter on it. So hey, might as well just go for the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this on here. All right. Now, of course, we got to use our whisk. We got to get every bit out of our bowl here because we don't want to waste any of it. So we're going to get every bit, pour it in there. All right, now, for those of you who cook and make breakfast casserole with eggs and sausage or bacon and cheese and all that, when you do that and you make something similar and you pour the eggs and milk over it, you let it sit in the oven overnight, in the fridge overnight to soak it up. We don't do that. That's not what this recipe calls for. What we're going to do is just push the bread down to be submerged under that milk. So we're going to go on over here. I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven, and it's going to cook for 45 to 50 minutes or more. We're going to cook it until the middle is puffed up because we want to make sure all those eggs are cooked. We don't want to eat raw eggs. So we're going to make sure all that's done. So we'll be back in a little bit and we'll show you what this looks like. Our bread pudding is done. And so now what we're going to do is make some vanilla sauce. So in my pot here, I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my eye here. And we're going to mix everything together and then we'll just go from there. All right. So we've got 1 1/4 cups of whole milk, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and I'm using light brown sugar here. We've got a tablespoon of flour. This is all-purpose flour. We've got 1 egg. So I've got my egg right here in a little bitty bowl. Before I add it, to keep it from curdling, the whites, get done so quickly, I'm going to go ahead and beat it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and whisk it in this cold stuff because this stuff here, it hasn't gotten hot yet. If I were to add that egg right there in the hot, then that would not be good. And then we're going to put in a dash of salt and a dash of cinnamon. All right, there we go. Now, what I've got in here, let me say it again. What I've got in here is butter, milk, egg, tablespoon of flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a dash of cinnamon, and a dash of salt. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down and let it lightly boil, and we'll let it do that for 10 to 12 minutes. Then we'll add our vanilla. So I'll see you in 10 to 12 minutes. All right, well, let's finish up our vanilla sauce. So what do we have in here? We have the milk, brown sugar, butter, egg, flour, cinnamon, pinch of salt, tablespoon of vanilla going in. It wasn't vanilla sauce, but now it is. Oh, here we go. Let's have some bread pudding.